we're going to run the SAM deploy command with the capabilities option and a value of capability underscore IAM so that CloudFormation has permissions to create a basic execution role for our Lambda function. Consider this. You have a Lambda function and you want to deploy it to AWS using a SAM template. Can you do this in a few steps by using the Cloud9 IDE? Let's find out. Let's start by navigating to the Cloud9 service, then click on Create Environment and give it a name. I'm going to leave all the other settings to their default values, then click on Create. Give it a few minutes for the environment to come up, then click on Open Cloud9 IDE. Let's right-click on the parent folder and create a new folder called SAM. Inside this folder, I'm going to create a new file called lambda_function.py. Double-click on this file to open it. Here, I'm going to copy-paste 2 lines of code that starts by defining the lambda_handler method, then returns hello from Lambda in the next line. Let's save this file, then create a new template file under the SAM folder and call it lambda.yml. Inside my lambda.yml file, I'm going to copy-paste this template that starts by defining the transform key with an AWS serverless value that tells CloudFormation to transform and expand this SAM template into a CloudFormation compliant template. On line 2, I'm writing a description for this application, and on line 3, I'm starting the resources section and defining a resource called mySamLambda, which is of the type AWS serverless function. On line 7, I'm defining my handler property, which is the lambda_handler method inside my lambda_function.py file. On line 8, I'm specifying Python 3.10 for runtime, and on line 9, I'm providing a relative path for my lambda_function.py file for code URI. Finally, on line 10, I'm specifying 128 MB for memory size. Note, you can go to this AWS developer guide to look at all available properties for AWS serverless function. Next, let's save this file, then create a new file called requirements.txt for any Lambda dependencies. Since in this example, we don't have any dependencies, I'm going to leave this file empty. Now, let's head to the bash terminal and type the cd or change directory command to go inside the SAM folder. If you type the ls or the list command, you should see the 3 files that we just created. To validate your Lambda template file, type SAM validate with -t followed by lambda.yaml. Looks like our SAM template is valid. If there were any errors in our template file, this is where it will show up. Next, let's package our SAM application by typing SAM package followed by -t and providing the name of the input template file. We also need to specify an output template file and an S3 bucket where the zipped version of our Lambda function will be uploaded. Let's quickly navigate to the S3 service and find a bucket that we can specify here. Hit enter and confirm that you see successfully packaged message in the command output. You can also open the output template file and confirm that the code URI is now pointing to the S3 bucket. Navigate to the S3 tab, then hit refresh and confirm that you see an archive file for your Lambda function uploaded there. Next, we're going to run the SAM deploy command with the capabilities option and a value of capability_IAM so that CloudFormation has permissions to create a basic execution role for our Lambda function. Let's also specify a stack name, then hit enter to execute your SAM deploy command. Give it a few minutes for the SAM deployment process to complete. In the meantime, we can also navigate to the CloudFormation service and monitor the progress there. Looks like our stack was successfully created. If we go back to the CloudFormation tab and hit refresh, we should see a status of create_complete. Let's confirm this by going to the Lambda service, then go to the code tab of our Lambda function. Confirm that your code source, runtime, and handler all look as expected. Hit the test button, then hit invoke to execute your Lambda function and confirm that you see hello from Lambda in the response output. Finally, if you wanted to delete this stack, head back to the CloudFormation tab, then hit delete, which will delete this stack and all its resources. There you have it. But before you go, here's a question for you. Why did the AWS SAM developer always carry a map